Good afternoon. Thank you all for coming. It is so wonderful to gather with everyone once again for our Rare Disease Day event, the 11th annual Rare Disease Day event at the Broad, co-organized for the last 5 years with the Termeer Institute, which is such a terrific pleasure and honor for us. We are ready to get started. It's wonderful that despite the weather the last couple of days, we've all been able to gather, and the room looks so full, and I'm sure that there's many more in the audience online as well. So just really terrific to see everyone here this afternoon. My name is Greka. I'm a core faculty member here at the Broad and a professor at Harvard Medical School. And you'll hear more about some of our activities in this area here at the Broad in a minute. But first, I would like to introduce Belinda Termeer. She is the president and founder of the Termeer Institute. And as I mentioned, we have been co-organizing this event for the last 5 years together. So it's really my distinct and special pleasure to welcome Belinda for her remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Belinda Termeer, and I'm the president and co-founder of the Termeer Institute. It is truly an honor to be here for the 11th annual Rare Disease event, Advancing Neurodegenerative Disease Research. We are so grateful to gather with you today, both here and online, for this important moment of connection, reflection, and collaboration. Rare Disease Day, held each year in late February, reminds us of the urgent need to raise awareness about the impact of rare diseases on patients and families, and the critical importance of continued research and innovation. I'd like to begin by thanking the Broad Institute's Ladders to Cures Scientific Accelerator for their continued partnership in making today's event possible. In particular, I want to thank Anna Greka and the Broad team for their leadership and commitment. I'm also grateful for the Termeer team and to our outstanding lineup of today's speakers for sharing their expertise and perspectives with us. Innovation is at the heart of everything we do. As I look around this room, I am inspired by the exceptional scientists, clinicians, entrepreneurs, advocates, and leaders who are committed to advancing discovery and translating it into meaningful impact for patients. Thank you to all of you for your dedication, your perseverance, and your belief that better outcomes are possible. Our work at the Termeer Institute is deeply rooted in the legacy of my late husband, Henry Termeer, who believed that leadership, collaboration, and persistence could transform the lives of patients with rare diseases. He showed us what is possible when innovation is paired with purpose, and that legacy continues to guide everything we do. We believe in the work everyone in this room is doing. We believe in the power of community, of shared learning, and of collective action. Days like today remind us to pause, come together, and recommit ourselves to this mission. With that, I invite all of you to engage fully in today's program, to connect with one another, and to explore new opportunities for partnership and collaboration toward lasting impact and meaningful change in the lives of rare disease patients and families. Thank you again for joining us. We are grateful for your presence, your work, and your continued commitment. I hope you find today's program inspiring and energizing, and I look forward to the conversations ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Belinda. It's always a tremendous honor, and it's been for the last 5 years to organize this very well-attended and successful event together. So it's now my turn to just welcome everyone from the Broad's perspective to this. So the Ladders to Cures Accelerator is the Broad's Rare Disease Initiative. We founded this a couple of years ago with the idea of focusing on trying to shorten the time to develop therapies for patients with chronic genetic rare diseases. And our vision is actually founded on scientific insights that are described as nodal biology, so the idea of identifying convergent nodes where many genetic diseases might mechanistically converge such that a singular therapy can address multiple upstream diseases. And so just to illustrate sort of the white paper, if you will, for this approach, I had the honor of co-authoring with Jillian Shaw, who is the Associate Director for the Ladder-C Cures Accelerator. And so together we sort of laid out our vision for how this might work as a way to truly accelerate the development of therapies for rare genetic diseases. And this came out just last week in Nature Medicine, so I invite all of you to check it out. But the idea is really to shorten the time to therapies by being very smart about identifying either biological nodes, convergent drug targets for multiple diseases, or convergent technological approaches, such as, for example, identifying ways in which we can advance gene therapies in ways that are more modular. Speaking of that, the recent incredible news of the plausible mechanism that came out of the FDA earlier this week as an accelerant for some of these approaches. So we're here to discuss all of these topics today. Just to give you a little bit of a glimpse of what the accelerator is about, over the past couple of years, we raised $22.5 million for the accelerator. We are very grateful to our 3 philanthropic partners for that support. We have already organized 9 symposia and community events, and including today's event, of course. And we also have now monthly meetings of the accelerator. We call them L2CAM, accelerator meetings, which is basically meetings for scientists from the broader community and ecosystem. Everyone is welcome to participate and exchange ideas around how we can accelerate treatments and cures for patients. We have provided funding for 16 seed projects, and we have more than 175 scientists working on these projects and some of the other approaches to nodal biology that I described earlier. And we are very open to the broader community, and we have already fielded 326 collaboration requests from patients and patient foundations and advocacy groups. So we're very open to the community for engagement in this area. No one is a better expert for these diseases than the patients and the families themselves. I think we all know that. This is not meant to be for you to actually read every word on this slide, but just to show you that these are some of our leading edge projects. So these are some of the little seedlings we have planted over the last year or so, and we're hoping that some of them, will grow to become real sort of therapeutic opportunities for patients. And you can see that there are many, many scientists in our community and across many of our partner institutions who are involved in this work. And more recently, actually, very excitingly, we also were able to partner with Children's Hospital in particular for an additional 6 projects. We call this the T3, Tools to Therapies. And we have several additional investigators who are part of these, again, seedlings, if you will, that we're trying to grow and mature into projects that can be translated into potential therapies for patients. And again, very grateful to Children's Hospital and their leadership, Wendy Chung, Alan Beggs, for their partnership in this area. Already in the last 2 years, the accelerator has had great progress. This is just a snapshot of 2 papers that were somehow affiliated, supported, connected to the accelerator. This is a beautiful story from David Liu's group, and we're going to hear some more very interesting things coming out of that type of work in a moment from our scientific keynote. But this was a wonderful paper on prime editing, where it's actually one of the first demonstrations of being able to do this effectively in mice to address a disease that affects children. And then a form of epilepsy, Jen Pan's lab, Mark Daly and others here at the Broad, and other collaborators all across the nation actually contributed to this story on CACNA1A, which is also a very interesting target for pediatric epilepsies and other neurodevelopmental disorders. So just a snippet of what we can do when we work together and when we unlock the power of collaboration, which is really the goal of the accelerator. And so I just want to mention, again, make an open call to anyone, including patients and patient groups. Anyone is really invited to participate in our LCAM meetings. They're happening monthly on Wednesdays at 2:30 p.m. here at the Broad, but we also have a virtual option. So this is just for anyone who wants to. It's going to be nitty-gritty science, though. That's what happens in those meetings, where we really dive deep into the projects and we sort of work together in a very interactive way. Those meetings are full of questions and interactions between scientists to try to solve puzzles and mysteries, if you will, for the benefit of patients, the ultimate stakeholders in everything that we do here. And at the end, I'd just like to say that I'm so incredibly grateful for the partnership of so many of you represented here in the room. These are some of our partner institutions. We have a very special connection to the Termeer Institute and have for the last 5 years. But there are so many other organizations, some of them listed here, and we're so grateful for their interest, support, participation in our programs, and we invite everyone to continue to participate and engage with us as we try to grow the accelerator.